Hello, my name is Kim Moore, and I am the founder of Blossom, a community that supports people who have been affected by another person's alcohol or any substance misuse. And I'm here with Dr. Maya Campbell talking about self-compassion. I'd like to talk about learning self-compassion in a community setting and how that might facilitate things. So Maya, there's many ways that we can learn and we can touch on those. But how do you feel that learning self-compassion in a community might support developing your own self-compassion?
There's a number of sort of things going on, as you said, and one of the bases is compassion itself is an interpersonal motivation. So its basis of it is to look after our young and to look after ourselves. If we go back to evolutionary times and those mammals I talked about in the last talks. Now, when we start learning self-compassion, it's really helpful to be with people who have similar intentions, similar life experiences, to help with feeling, first of all, feeling that we're not so alone with these thoughts and these feelings that we're having. But also, it's a very good way to start priming the compassion element. By hearing other stories, we can feel compassion for them. And as we feel compassion for them, they are giving us compassion back. And this then primes us to start cultivating the self-compassion component, which sometimes has been pushed down due to our life's circumstances. Often we can be told to look after other people rather than look after ourselves. To different extents. So, the communities have a number of functions. It reduces isolations. We realize that we're not, alone in what's happened to us or what we're doing. It gives us the opportunity to practice compassion for the others in the community and practice receiving compassion, because that's an important part. And sometimes, we've got to cultivate that bit. And then finally, we're cultivating the self-compassion to ourselves. So there's a number of stages going on in the community, but it all comes together to form the container within which we can learn the self-compassion.
Wonderful. And I know when I started learning self-compassion, I was doing everything at home and learning in the comfort of my own home, which was easier for me because I didn't have the courage to go out someplace. So it was a nice place to start. But I feel like when I started to get together with others and learn together in a group environment, although that might have felt a little uncomfortable at first, you suddenly get that feeling of, oh, I'm not the only one that feels this way, or I'm not the only one that's thinking that way. So that sense of community really, really has helped me to further develop and to maintain my self-care and my self-compassion. I don't know why that is. You might have a comment on that, but it it's just easier together with other people.
I think that's true for almost everything. People find it easier to have other people to accompany them on the journey, as it were. Um, it's that shared approach. Often, if we try things alone, it feels like, am I doing it right? Could come up. Am I going the right way on this path? But when we're sharing with other people, we can check in a very natural way. We do this, with friends and family. So it's exactly the same process of spreading that anxieties, perhaps seeing that they're sort of part of other people's experiences, and then unpacking it together and going, well, actually it is okay, we're doing this together, we've got support, we can support each other on the journey.
Wonderful. And I think one thing I'll ask you about is you often say, and this is a phrase I've started using, is everything is an invitation. So I invite you to try this or to do this. Could you help people understand why everything is an invitation?
Because everybody's different. Um, we, I mean, it's actually quite strange. We are, you know, have evolved. We're humans, so we have that in common. We have the same evolutionary path, but we have different life experiences, hugely different life experiences, and those and also different ancestral experiences, different genetic makeups. And all of this means that some of us are have different preferences for things. And one of the things I talk about in my groups are this is a simple example, whether you're an extrovert or introvert. Now, mostly people are somewhere along that line, but it does make a difference. When we're learning together, some people are more willing to jump up and lead or say what they're feeling. Others want to sit back. So the approach has to be open for everyone. And that's why everything's an invitation. If it doesn't work for you, that's absolutely fine. We'll find something else. And all the courses I do are full of choices because of that. Some people might not like doing a breath meditation, but there's a whole range of other ways we can actually activate our nervous system other than just the breath. So it's all an invitation.
That's wonderful, Maya. Thank you so much for explaining that. And I'm going to leave things on the word choice because that's so important for people to hear, is that everything is a choice. All of this is a choice. So I invite you to continue to watch the next videos in the series and to learn more about self-compassion and how it might help you with your self-care and your well-being. Thank you.
Thank you.